Hey everybody, welcome back to another story time with me. Now today is International Firefighters Day, so I'm going to read another Blues Clues book, or another Blues Film book, which is this, A Visit to the Firehouse. Look, there's Blue and Sprinkles visiting the firehouse, pretending to be a firefighter, or fireman. Now, it's another Blues Film book, and our friend Donovan Patton was supposed to be in that book, but like I said, our friend Donovan Patton was never in the Blues Film books, except for Me, Blues Baby Brother, which I'm going to read that for the 29th anniversary of Blues Clues. It's coming out very, very soon. So anyways, here we go. A visit to the firehouse. Blue, Sprinkles, Frederica, and Rory Soros were having a make-believe town playdate. Wow. Coming through, shouted Sprinkles, imitating the sound of a siren as he pushed along his shiny red fire truck. Look, there's Sprinkles playing with his red fire truck. I'm Officer Frederica, and I'm here to help, exclaimed Frederica as she picked up her toy police car. Looks like Frederica's pretending to be a policeman. It's my job to help people and make sure they're safe. Blue was pretending to be a construction worker. Yeah, because see the crane over there? Watch out below, bellowed Blue as she moved the crane. Doot doot! All aboard! Announced Conductor Rorosaurus. I can take you to lots of different places. Next train is leaving in 1 minute. Look! There's Rorosaurus pretending to be a train conductor. Hey, remember that time in episode Blue's Wishes, Diamond Patton and Blue are playing trains? And Blue was pretending to be a conductor. What are you building, Builder Blue? Asked Sprinkles. I'm building a playground, Blue answered. Neat, cried Officer Frederica. Just what this town needs. A really good playground for kids to play in. When it's all finished, I'll take my passengers to visit your playground, added Conductor Rorosaurus. Yeah, that's a great idea, Rorosaurus. Hey, remember the time in episode Blocks when Steve Burns make his playground and Blue wants to make something to connect his playground to a tower, which is a bridge? I remember that one. Sprinkles looks a little discouraged. What's wrong, little brother? Asked Blue. Everyone else knows what job they have to do, but I really don't know how to be a fireman, answered Sprinkles. It looks like Sprinkles doesn't know how to be a fireman yet. Said Blue. I have an idea. Why don't we go visit a real fire station and see what firefighters do? Good thinking, exclaimed Frederica. Do you think we'll get to climb on a real fire truck? Asked Sprinkles. Let's find out, answered Blue with excitement. We'll get there by jumping into this picture. Oh, I get it. They can skidoo into this picture of a fire station. Ready, everyone? Ready, exclaimed Frederica. Radiosaurus, roared Rorosaurus. Let's go, cried Sprinkles. Oh, well, let's get to the firehouse. Blue skidoo, we can too. Whoa! Hi, y'all, said the fireman. My name is Fireman Dave. Welcome to the town fire station. Look, there's Fireman Dave. Hi, Fireman Dave, Blue said. I'm Blue, and this is my little brother Sprinkles. We want to learn all about firefighters. Why don't you come onto the station and I can tell you all about it, replied Fireman Dave, waiting for me for them to follow them inside. So Fireman Dave, what does a fireman do? Asked Blue. Well, if there's a fire, we make sure people can safely get out of the building, and then we set up our hoses and put the fire out, he answered. Then Fireman Dave added, we also rescue animals that get stuck in trees. Wow! Sprinkles smiled. Hey, that reminds me of the episode Fire Blue to Rescue, where Fireman will get stuck up on a tree, and Josh started a cruise, who's Fireman Frankie and Blue helped him to get down from a tree by using a ladder, remember? Mm-hmm. Wow, Sprinkles smiled. Would you like a tour of the fire station? Asked Fireman Dave. Yes, please, they responded in unison. See this phone? Asked Fireman Dave. Well, whenever there is someone in town who needs our help, we would call on this phone. Wow, kind of like how superheroes can get calls for help, exclaimed Sprinkles. That's right. Firefighters are real-world superheroes, Blue replied. Then Fireman Dave pointed out the uniforms. We keep our uniforms out here so we can get dressed and out of the station super fast, said the fireman. Once we are all dressed and ready to go, we slide down this pole, climb the water fire truck, and off we go, said Fireman Dave as he slid down the pole. Fireman Dave landed safely on the ground, and then he invited Blue, Sprinkles, and their friends to slide down the pole too. I really want to, said Sprinkles, but I'm a little scared. Not to worry, replied Fireman Dave. I'll make sure you land smooth and safely. After all, it's my job. Sprinkles smiled and hopped onto the pole, and down the pole he went. Blue, Frederica, and Royce quickly followed. Whee! Exclaimed Blue. That was great, cried Frederica. Here I come, roared Royosaurus. Look, they all were sliding down the pole. Once they all landed, Fireman Dave invited to climb aboard the fire truck. Climb aboard a fire truck? Really? Asked Rico in disbelief. Absolutely. Sprinkles, you're ready to go rescue some people, said Frederica. And don't forget cats and trees, too, Sprinkles said with a laugh. But you were missing one thing, Fireman Dave said, putting his firefighter hat on Sprinkles' head. There, now you are ready to be a fireman. Thanks, Fireman Dave, cried Sprinkles. What a great day, exclaimed Blue. Definitely, roared Royosaurus. You know something, Sprinkles? Said Frederica. That hat goes nicely with our shiny red fire truck. Look! Sprinkles is being a cute firefighter, or fireman. Thanks, Fred, said Sprinkles, adjusting his new hat. Now, let's go help some people out in our town. The end. Wow! That was another great Blues Room story about firefighters. Thanks so much for having story time with me.